What's going on, everyone? How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fantastic. And in today's video, we're taking a look at April O'Neil from the Super7 Ultimates line. Let's get into it. Oh, right. The mail's here. Yo, he's gone. Let's party.
Yo, Mikey, you want some pizza? Radical dude. Hey, Kakarot.
What's up, Vegeta?
Today's the day I will finally defeat you. Everyone, back to your places. He's coming.
DudeRetro Toy Reviews. Alright, and here is the packaging for the Super7 Ultimates April O'Neil. And this packaging here is your typical Super7 Ultimates packaging for the Ninja Turtle line. It's all the same. You have the Ninja Turtle logo on here on the back. And since this is one of the first figures, I think this was in Wave 1 or Wave 2 of the Ninja Turtle line. That is still glossy right there. Then also, you have this really nice logo. It's kind of like embossed and it's like shiny. It's got some texture to it. I really love how they used to do that. Whereas now, here is the wing nut. If you look, it's just like printed on there. It's just flat. It's not like embossed and shiny like that is. I really wish that they would go back to that. But I understand what they're doing now is probably cheaper. It's just this was always a really nice touch to the packaging. But anyways, here is the packaging. Let's go ahead and take this slip cover off. All right, and here is April O'Neil. Here's all of the accessories and everything she comes in there. You see the little weapon rack is falling down in there, but that's no problem because we're going to open this thing up anyways. Look on the back of the packaging. Here is a little bio of April. So if you want to pause the video and read that, you can do so. All right. And so that's the packaging. So let's go ahead and open her up and let's check this figure out. And here is the Super7 Ultimates April O'Neil out of the packaging. And this figure is actually looking really, really good. I do kind of like the way the figure looks. Let's get a closer look at this detail. I really do like the look of this figure. I did wait to get this because this is a pretty old figure at this point. Well, not too old, I guess, but it is at least a few years old. This is one of the first figures that came out with the Super7 Ultimates line. And I do remember back then there was a little bit of complaints online about this figure, about the way she looked, about her head sculpt. And I think Super7 ended up adding a new alternate head for this figure because people were not too happy with the head sculpt on it. Honestly, like now, like I think this is actually a pretty good looking figure, and especially now since it's dropped in price, I think you can get this now for around like $25, $30. So almost half what it originally came out at. So not too bad. So I think it's a pretty good deal for what you're getting with this. And they have not released a regular, like classic looking April. They did just release the April where she's kind of like in a ninja outfit. That one does look really cool. But if you want like a classic looking April on your shelf with your turtles, then this is really the only one that you're going to have as far as options go. And I think she does look pretty good. I mean, her face, it is a little like doll-like almost with like the rosy cheeks and everything. So that was one thing I was a little worried about with this looking too much like one of those like old porcelain dolls, because it is also a little glossy. I don't know if this is similar. Let me see. Let me get a turtle. You get a turtle here. So here is Raph. And Raph isn't as glossy, it looks. For some reason, she's really like shiny. And that was one thing I was a little worried about with her being like too doll-like. Whereas the turtles and a lot of the other characters, they're more like, I don't want to say muted, but there's more like a matte finish on them almost because they're not too shiny. You see a little bit, but it's not like shiny like her. She's real kind of like glossy. So that was one thing I was a little worried about with with April here, but I think she looks pretty good. Now, of course, April doesn't have too much detail in her original toys, so there's not like too much like extra added paint and everything to her to bring out a lot of like the sculpted detail that was missing in the original figure because there just wasn't much there. So she is a little plain looking, but this is what she looks like. And like I said, I think she actually looks pretty good, and I do like this head sculpt that they have for her. I think it looks pretty nice. Now let's go ahead and get into the articulation of April. So the head, you don't get too much back. Her hair kind of limits some of her ability to tilt back, but forward you get that much. Not really any side to side motion. Head does spin all the way around. The arm here spins all the way around, goes up that far. There's no bicep swivel. Looks like there is a single joint right here in the elbow, so it bends about 90. There is a swivel in the elbow. There is a swivel right here in the wrist. There is a bend at the wrist. Is there? Yep, there is a waist cut, and it's actually pretty nice because it's hidden really well. I did not even know there was a waist cut until I tried. But yeah, there is a waist cut. Doesn't really go back much. I'm trying. It doesn't go back much. Forward, there's not much of a forward crunch. And the leg kicks forward that far. This is like a softer plastic right here in the waist, so it does allow it to kind of flex and move out of the way to extend more of that articulation in the leg. And then back, goes back that far. And see how her butt cheek is kind of like moving out of the way for the leg. So that's pretty nice. Side kick. Really nice. Wow. Really nice side kick there. Single joint right here in the knee. Goes about that far, so almost 90, not fully there. There is no boot cut, so there's no swivel there. And the foot here goes down, goes up, and some really nice ankle pivot. So all in all, the articulation is pretty decent. I mean, it's not horrible, it's not great, but it is decent. Now for accessories, you do have an alternate head. Well, actually, you have two alternate heads. You have this one here. This one's more like the original April head sculpt that's on the original Playmates toy. Then you also have this one here, which is similar to this, but she's wearing like a headset and she has like a smile and everything, like she's about to report the news. So really, really cool. I do like this one as well, but I think the one that's on the figure is probably my favorite because this one is very close to kind of how she looked in the cartoon. So I do love that one. But if you want to swap the head, you just pop that off and let's put this one on. There we go. So you have your classic Playmates looking April there. Really cool. Do love that. But like I said, I think this one here is probably my favorite one. Love this one. And next up, you get some alternate hands. And so here are some weapon holding hands or mic holding hands or whatever you want to call it. So you got these right here, and these are simple as well. You just pop that off, put that in there, and there you go. Same range of movement in those. So now she's ready to hold some weapons and some report the news and beat up some bad guys. Then next up, you got some trigger finger hands. And last, you have two widespread hands. Like if she's going to do some slapping, knock some sense into some bad guys or to any of the turtles if they try give her any smack. And then next up, you got your camera here. Really nice. Really cool camera. And you also get a tripod, and these legs just keep popping off on this thing. But the legs, they do articulate. And you see that peg right there. You just take the camera, plug that on there. And there you have it. And then, of course, every reporter needs a microphone. So you got this cool little mic here. And as you see, it's got those little bumps and ridges on there. So it's got some of that sculpted detail on it. Really cool. And she can hold onto the mic, no problem. She also does come with a flashlight. And for the trigger finger hand, she does come with a cool little pistol here. She also comes with a little carrying case, or like a briefcase kind of thing, for her camera, I believe. It opens up, but if you look right here, you see there's like some stress on the plastic. And so I am worried that trying to open this, the plastic may snap. It's got some stress right there on it, but it does open up. That's kind of cool. Let's see if you can put any of the stuff in here and if it can close. So we got that. And let's get her microphone. Let's put that in there. So we got that. All right. So we got the camera and the mic. Let's see if this actually closes up. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder. This probably won't close. Yeah, it's not going to close, but this little compartment there, I wonder if that's what this is for. Maybe you put the mic in there so it can like all fit. It doesn't really fit. So you can't do anything with the mic. Let's see. Let's play around with this a little bit. Come on. There we go. Now will it close? No, it won't. Oh, that's annoying because these things are here. If that wasn't there, you could actually like close it so you can have the camera and the mic in there. Oh, that's annoying. Well, what are you supposed to put in here? Do you just put like the mic? Because if you just put the mic, it'll close. But that's it. Oh, that kind of sucks. I don't really know what else you would put. I mean, yeah, of course you have the flashlight, the gun, like some of the smaller stuff you could put in there. But I feel like this is probably supposed to be for the camera. Maybe it goes in like that. No, that won't work. I don't know. I don't know why it's like that. Maybe like this. No, that won't work either. I don't know. I can't figure out how to get the camera in there, but it does come with this. You do got this little press badge here. News WTMT press. And this is on like a little string here. And on the back side, it's just blank. But that's kind of cool. Put this on April here. Goes around. There you have it. Now she's got her little press badge. Pretty cool. You get this little turtle communicator thing so she can talk to Donnie. You get one that's like closed, and then you got one here. Let's zoom in to get more of this detail of this so you can see it close up. Pretty cool little accessory. I do like this. Got two little ninja stars here. Then last, you do have your weapon rack that has all of the accessories except for her hands, of course, and the tripod. Doesn't have the tripod on here, I don't think. Oh no, it does actually. You take these right here off, And then you would connect it to this piece right here. And then you have your tripod. Okay. So it does have everything minus the turtle communicator. That's what it looks like. It has everything minus the turtle communicator and her alternate hands. But as far as all like the weapons and stuff and her like kind of holding accessories, she does come with everything there. So that's kind of cool. And here we are at the size comparison. So let's bring out the measuring tape here. And it looks like April is standing right at like 6.5 inches tall. A little bit taller than I thought she would be. And first up, let's of course compare her to one of the turtles. So here is Raphael. And then next up, let's compare her to Splinter here. So she is a good size taller than the turtles and Splinter. Let's take Splinter out. Let's see how she scales next to one of the NECA Ninja Turtles. So here is Leonardo from the NECA Movie 1 Ninja Turtle movie. I think she scales pretty nice with them. She is, probably too small, but those turtles were a little on the taller side, so I think this probably works out pretty well. Let's move Raph. Let's see how she scales next to a human character from the NECA movie Ninja Turtles. There is Shredder. Let's take our Leo. Let's see her next to the Turtles of Grayskull Ninja Turtles. There is Michelangelo. I think she actually works pretty well next to these. Looks pretty cool. I don't hate it. Let's take out Shredder. And last, let's see how she compares next to the original Playmates, April O'Neil. Look at that difference. That is a good size difference right there. So yeah, really cool to see this April ultimatized. I like that word, ultimatized. So that's going to do it for my review of April O'Neil from the Super7 Ultimates line. This figure is actually really cool. I don't know why I waited so long to get this figure. I actually really do like it. I love the sculpt of it. I love the bright yellow. It looks really nice. I love the new head sculpt for it. And she comes with plenty of accessories. The only thing I don't like about it is I don't like the briefcase that she comes with. It doesn't really hold much, and so I'm not entirely sure what it's really meant for. And I am worried that if you open and close it too much, that the plastic might actually break. But other than that, this figure is really cool. And since she's been out for so long, she's actually kind of cheap now. She is on sale right now at Big Bad Toy Store. She's around $32. And on Amazon, I think she's around like $34, $35. So she's pretty affordable right now. She's gone down in price. So if you're interested in getting this figure and adding her to your Ninja Turtle collection, now is a good time to do it. So that's going to do it for my review. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm DudeRetro, and I'll see you next time.